Chevron Drive is now very busy. But funny enough, this is one place I would always want to live. I mean, I don't know, but if you want to make me live somewhere that I'm really super proud of, I think Chevron Drive is one of it. Don't ask me why. The next place will be Ikoyi. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in Africa. And thanks to each and every one of you who keep coming back to watch every Sunday when we upload a new episode. So yeah, I'm super excited to be with you guys again in today's episode. Yes, my name is Goodness Usman, your fab lady realtor for Nigeria Realty 24/7, and of course, your queen of landlord makers. So, yay, let's get into today's episode right away. So a couple of weeks ago, we started the segment of showing you guys around town, showing you around the neighborhood, doing interview segments, and then of course the regular conversation that we have. So in the last episode, it was a conversation, and I saw a lot of you called me, and you guys gave me feedbacks about what we had the conversation. Interesting. Anyways, before we go straight into this particular episode, shall we go ahead and perform our ritual? I mean, we have a ritual on this show, right? Yeah. So this is the ritual for those who are just joining us for the very first time. How about you go ahead and get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, glass of wine, glass of water, glass of juice, whatever it is that works for you, and just get a comfortable place, relax, and join us in this very episode today. So let's go ahead and kick right into it, shall we? Ooh. Oh wow, it's always a pleasure to do what? To do this with you guys on the show. So yeah. So yes, let's go right into today's episode. So in today's episode, we will be going to our particular interesting neighborhood. Yes, we started showing you around some strategic places in Lagos because we have promised you that we're going to be your eyes, your ears in town. So yes, you can trust us to bring all of the information that other people will not show you on this channel. And that's another reason why you should subscribe to this channel, because you're going to be getting just the informations. We're going to be showing you places that you will not really find elsewhere. So, and turn on your notification button. So yes, we went on the street of Chevron. Yes, Chevron. There's a place called Chevron Alternative on the island in Lagos, Nigeria, very close to BGC Aja. And of course, a lot of people were wondering, so what's happening in Chevron Alternative? What kind of houses is available there? What's happening with the roads? There's a lot of issues. A lot of people have been having misconception about how the place looked like currently. But we took it upon ourselves and went to that neighborhood. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me and see what we found in Chevron Alternative. All right, guys, enjoy the drive with me. right, so like I said before, that this road, if you check out this road network, is very smooth. Off the Lekki Ekwe Expressway throughout the Chevron Alternative Drive is smooth, 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 smooth. Okay, it's very smooth. It's a smooth road all through. When it comes to property appreciation in this location, trust me, it's big. And the rate at which the property appreciated was interesting. That's all I have to say. Now, still speaking about estates around, there are so many estates around. You will see some are estate, some are not, some are individual properties around this whole part. But if you check out the overview as well, you will see that, see, there's this estate here. You will see that it is beautiful. You'll see how we have a lot of estates. Lekki Gardens has a couple of estates here and a couple of other estates. I think, yeah, this Dublin Heaven is here, and so many estates. So it's okay when I tell you that majority of what we have in this alternative drive is gated estates, gated communities, beautiful, safe, secured estates. That's what we have around here. So we're approaching Abiola. Look at this one now. It's called Abiola Court. This Abiola Court has quite a. It's not just one. This is 10. Can you imagine? This is Abiola Court 10. So it means that there's been 1 to 9 before you have this 10. So what I'm saying about this Chevron Alternative drought is that you just have basically a lot of gated estates. So it's more very structured. Let's say it is very structured. Of course, the Chevron itself is also structured, but I feel like this alternative route is even more and more structured. The only difference I see from Chevron Drive to the alternative is that they have more of smaller estates here, while the Chevron Drive has bigger, older estates. But you have more new structures around this alternative route than you will have in Chevron Drive. So quite a lot. I know some people will say that the prices of houses around here is quite overpriced, or even the rents. Well, I share the sentiment sometimes, but again, it is what it is, because there's huge demand for properties around here. So definitely the supply is lower, and that probably might explain the overprice you might be experiencing with some property. Now, this is not all the property. I feel like it's just some selected few that are overpriced, but quite some we have come that are very reasonable in terms of price. And the alternative route is just very short place. It's not so big of a place. So yeah, we're still going further down, but we're approaching the connect. So the idea is that this alternative route connects you to Chevron Drive. So we're heading down to Chevron Drive, and I'm showing you how it does connect to Chevron Drive. One of the things that I think is almost close to impossible right now is to get a plot of land here. So if you're wondering, am I going to get a plot of land here? You obviously would not, and if you get, it's almost the same amount of buying a house or 2 houses, because when it comes to buying land here, it's cost and expensive. So you can see for yourself, the road network I talked about is structured all the way to you connect to Chevron Drive itself, and we have quite a number of schools here, good schools. They say I don't have a chart, so I don't know. I'm not thinking what anyone there, but of course, from people around, you can tell that they have good schools around here, and I can see one now, Glowfeed International School, home of creativity. Interesting. Okay, so that's the schools there. There are so many schools and of course, like I've mentioned earlier, so many estates. So yeah, we drove now on these routes. For some reason, it's less busy, but trust me, sometimes it can be very busy as well. So yeah, this is about it. We're almost connecting now to Chevron Drive itself. So let's talk about security in this area. I've been around this environment for a while, and I do not. I've always known that when it comes to security, these places are secured. But at least if a place is not secure, people living around can tell. You can tell incidents that happen all the time, but you rarely can have any gist about some hazard or some issues happening before now. This is yet another school. Like I've said, there are schools, good schools around here. So if you're looking at relocating to Lagos and you're looking to come into this environment, I think it's a cool place to live. I mean, it's a busy place as well, and like I've said earlier, you will see so many gated communities that have very good infrastructures. Yes, that's another thing about most of the estates around Chevron Drive has gyms, swimming pool, basic infrastructure is key. I mean, gone are the days where you see, except the old estates where they don't have those infrastructures. But you see the smaller estates that we have now, these new estates springing up, they all have all of these basic amenities, infrastructures, so to speak. And one of the things I also noticed about some of the estates around here is that they run 24 hours power supply, like which is cool. I mean, and then they have treated water is another thing that is common with the estates around these houses. So aside school, there's a cinema, there's a mall around this place that's of course you can do everything there. You have a lounge, you have a cinema, you have shops more, shops you can shop for anything you want, groceries and etc. etc. You have of course lounges where you can just come have a couple of drinks with friends and hang out. Yeah. So we're connecting now to the Chevron Drive itself. So yes, see this estates, see estates. You can see yourself. Estates everywhere. Estates everywhere. So I was thinking about a mall earlier. I'm approaching the mall now, and ladies and gentlemen, I will still be taking you guys round the Chevron Drive. Okay. So I've shown you guys that there are so many estates already existing here, and more estates. Now, for the mall I was talking about, is called Atlantic Center. When I'm showing you the road drive or through Chevron Drive, you'll see it very well. But this mall is everything. You can watch a movie, do anything you want basically, and there are so many banks around here. So this is the junction that connects you. Did you guys see how I moved? I moved in from that route. Now you are connecting to Chevron Drive. So now you either go left or you go right. Now I'm going to go back to the road where you can enter from the Chevron. So I'll show you guys from Chevron, in the entrance into Chevron itself, and I'll drive through back. So let's go back to the major road. Hi guys, all right. So now we are at the junction. So this traffic light junction is taking you into Chevron Drive proper. Okay, either you're coming from Aja or you're coming from Lekki, whichever one you can enter through here, and then you can drive through Chevron Drive. So this is Chevron Drive, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're not coming into Chevron Drive from the alternative route, this is the route you can come in from. And this is by my right hand side is the major Chevron itself. I mean, if you've been hearing about Chevron, this is Chevron. So they, of course, opened up this old houses, and that's why it's called Chevron Drive. Now, the interesting thing about the Chevron Drive is that you also have different estates. So this turning where this vehicle is coming out from is where you have another estate there. It's quite big. It's called Chevy View. So you can enter into Chevy View from that point, even though they have another gate you can enter from. Like I said, on this Chevron Drive, we have banks. There are banks here, like you have C Union Bank here, there's UBA, there's First Bank. There's quite a number of banks around this place. And we have popular shopping malls as well, apart from the other one I showed you guys. So this Chevron Drive is known to be the zone for big boys. I mean, for you to own a property here, you have to be extremely rich, so to speak, quote and unquote. Depending, rich is relative anyway, but generally we assume that you have to be a rich person before you own a property here. And a lot of vastly major people that are around here, of course, are staffs of Chevron. I don't mean that they majorly all of them that live around here is from Chevron, but you find out that some of these estates, the occupants are people who work with Chevron. I remember the Chevron Drive 20 years ago, 15 years ago. It was quite more quiet and reserved. It wasn't as busy as it is right now because I mean Chevron Drive is now very busy. But funny enough, this is one place I would always want to live. I mean, I don't know, but if you want to make me live somewhere that I'm really super proud of, I think Chevron Drive is one of it. Don't ask me why. The next place will be Koi. But honestly, I love the Chevron Drive. I love it. Though it's becoming very busy. I hope it doesn't get busier than necessary, and then he loses his torch. But trust me, I like the quietness. Still with his business, there's still something about this drive that's just I don't know, it just make it Chevron Drive. Okay, so we're approaching another junction. First, remember the junction where I came out from? So we're approaching the junction now. If you go your right, taking through the Chevron Alternative. And of course, by my left is where we have Vera Estate. So now this Vera Estate is another very big estate around here. Yes, it's very big. It's very big. Very, very big. A lot of people don't even know how big it is, but it's very big. So remember my Atlantic center I was talking about? So see the view from this point? You can see the front view now. So they have a lounge, they have a terrace upstairs where you can just, sit and have a couple of share a couple of drinks with friends and family. So everything you want here, you can basically get. If you want to shop, you can get it there. Now we're approaching Carlton Gate Estate. Now this is one of the finest estates right here. It's owned by Megaman. Megaman owns this estate. It's beautiful in terms of the look. I mean, if you enter into that estate, it's well structured. They have plants everywhere and all of that. So yeah, it's a beautiful place to live, and is not cheap. It's expensive. Yes, it's expensive. We have Lucky Gardens also have an estate down this road. You're going to see it. That's if you want to live in this place. If you want to stay in I think I prefer to live in Carlton Gate. If not, Victoria Crest has an estate on that alternative route. So if you want to live there, but they're not as big as they're like courts. They're not as big as all of the estates. So let me tell you something different. I think I've said it before. This Chevron Drive has more of old estates that are bigger. So they have more land space, they have more duplexes, they have more parking space. You can see duplexes fully detached in those estates. You can see more landscaping, green areas, plants everywhere. Even from the one we're approaching now, you can see it, right? So, I think that's one of the things I love about this particular place. When it was planned initially, it was planned well. I mean, it was really planned well. You can see when you enter into the estates, the structure, the layout, the road. This is another part. This is another estate. Okay, I've been here before. It's well laid out. It's well structured. You have the duplex area. You have the bungalows area. They don't have bungalows here. They have the apartment area. Now, what I want to bring out is compare this to the alternative route. The estates that we have in the alternative route, they are the modern estates where everything is structured, no parking space. Imagine you're owning a duplex, a fully detached, and you're parking just 2 cars. But in these old styles of estates, you can even park 5 cars, 10 cars, just like what is happening in Mega Mount in my estate. You can sit on house terraces that you can park 10 cars. So I feel like I don't know what happened and what took away that what's it called that feel. I mean, that's a topic for another day. Anyway, maybe we'll talk about it on my TikTok. I mean, I don't know why these recent estates are like that. Anyway, so we're still going, still on the drive. So there's Ebano shopping mall right here. There's another plaza here. So you can go to Ebano to, check out what you want. It's not just Ebano. If you're looking for organic food, these Environ Foods, yes, these Environ Foods, they are known for organic foods, meaning that it's fresh from farm, no fertilizer kind of, they said anyway. So yeah, you can get all your local food here, anything to everything. thing. It's like a village market, so to speak. All right, so I was talking about earlier. I was telling you guys about Lekki Garden. So this is Lekki Garden. You come into this place. It's very structured. Trust me, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is very beautiful. It's well properly structured. When it comes to structure, yes, Lekki Garden is structured. I think it's a Lekki Garden for thereabouts 700. I can't remember how they tagged it, but it's a structured place. I would love to live there. They have lights. It's peaceful and everything. So if we go to that end, that's about it. We have another estate that is around just by my left here. It's also owned by, so to speak, in the case of this conversation, is owned by big boys. So if you go further down now, nothing much is happening at that end, but I'm sure there are still vacant, empty lands at that end that might be sold in the future or is already being sold. I don't have much information about that, but this is it actually. The entire drive around the alternative route and Lekki Chevron Drive is just here. So I'm just gonna take a turn now to show you guys this estate that I've been talk about, and then that's it on today's drive through. Thank you. All right, so this is another estate, and is if you see every estate around this Chevron Drive, they're very laid out structured. You know, the plants. I mean, let's go further down. I want to show you guys this junction that is facing the Lekki Gardens for. Now, if it takes you into another estate that is been there for a while and is one of the very nice estates. I've never lived there, so I wouldn't know what the details of living there and all of those are. But I tell you what, most estates we have in this Chevron Alternative, I tell you, they are well laid out. They are well structured. So this you can go into this point actually. Okay, let's go into this point. Let's go into the point. That's not the end. You can go into this point, but at this point is the gate entrance of an estate, which is the estate I was referring to. That is one of the secured estates around here. Most of the estates around here in Chevron Drive is actually is assumed to be secured. I've not lived in most of them, but it's assumed to be secured. And trust me, the securities are tight. You just don't come in into the estate without calling and all of those things. So yeah, so this is basically it. The entire Chevron Drive. The entire. This is it. So I think we've come to the end of the drive to Chevron, through Chevron Drive and Chevron Alternative. So yes, I hope I have not wasted your time. I hope you enjoyed watching. So if you go in straight down, is you going to an estate. So yeah, I hope this has not wasted your time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you love what you see. Now, those shots were shot a few weeks ago, and trust me when I tell you, this is one of the calmest. I mean, it's a neighborhood I love. I mean, we have the Chevron itself. That's the Chevron Alternative. So if you've been hearing about Chevron Alternative, you don't know anything about it. I bet you now know something about that location. Or when you have a property selling for so price, it's and they say where you say where's the location, they say Chevron Alternative. Now you know where Chevron Alternative is exactly. Like I've said, is just we buy Chevron right there, and it's not far from Aja, and it's not far from, of course, Ikate Leki phase one. So I hope you enjoyed today's tour, showing you around this neighborhood called Chevron Alternative. So yes, if this has added value to you, this is one thing you need to do it for us. You need to please patronize us. We are here to help you make your reservations anywhere you want to buy a property. Just let us know and we will help you. Yes, you heard me right. Me and my team, we're going to help you secure whether you're buying a plot of land or you're buying a house. Trust me. When you say that, trust me, with the things we show you on this channel, you can tell that we know our onions. Yes, I do know my onions. I'm a professional and seasoned realtor, and that's why you should be working with me. Shout outs to everyone who have been working with me before now, and they're still working with me, and they're still referring me. Shout out to you all, and to those here to work with me. What are you waiting for? You've been on this channel for a while. You've been getting value. Isn't it about time that you stop watching and then come and patronize us? We will be glad to have you as joining the folds of our dear, esteemed, amazing Chloe. All right, so I'm waiting for your call. Like I said earlier, I'm the queen of landlord makers, and I'll be delighted to help you become a landlord or a landlady, or help you further grow your net worth using secured and safe real estate as the vehicle towards that mission. So hey, until you give me that call while I'm waiting, ensure that you, yes, you watching me, you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. My name remains Goodness Usman, your farm lady realtor for not realty 24/7, and of course, the queen of landlord figures. So I say to you all, what double?